with the three parliament members from the Tibetan Government-in-exile. In our left side, Venerable Tempa Yambela, he's a member of parliament, and in the right side, Madam Ishu Drama, also a member of parliament, and myself, Dawat Sharif, I'm also a member of parliament. On behalf of the Tibetan Government-in-exile, जो तिब्बत निवासक सरकार की तरफ से हम हर साल हम हर दुनिया में और इंडियन में हम चाहता है अभियान कुछ कैंपेन करने के लिए तिब्बत के विषय में, जो तिब्बत में जो अभी स्थिति है उसके विषय में हम जागरूकता करने के लिए और लोगों का समाधान लेने के लिए हम जा रहा था। इसी की वजह से हम तीन का इस बार ड्यूटी लगा है जम्मू कश्मीर, लद्दाख और हिमाचल का। तो हमने 27 तारीख को जो अगस्त 27 तारीख से हमने जम्मू से शुरू किया था। 5 दिन हमने जम्मू में रहा था और 1 तारीख को हम यहाँ पहुँचा है। कल हम लद्दाख चले जाए। हमारा साथ हमारा भाई सहयोग मंच के प्रतिनिधि हमारा संजीव मल्होत्रा से है और सैनी है, हमारा साथ जोड़ा है। 10 दिन से हमारा साथ जो आगे लद्दाख में जाएंगे, उसके बाद हम दिल्ली भी जाएंगे। तो हमारा यहाँ का जम्मू कश्मीर की जितना मिनिस्टर है, जो एक्स प्रेसिडेंट, जो भी एमपी है, एमएलए है, उनसे मिलके और खास करके जो हर पार्टी के जो नेता है उनको मिला है, जम्मू में मिला है, यहाँ पे मिला है। तो ये हमारा इंट्रोडक्शन है और हमारा जो मकसद था उसके बारे में ब्रीफ जो प्रेस नोट है मैडम पढ़ा जाए।
Okay, greetings from the Tibetan Parliament-in-exile. As the 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-exile, the democratically elected leaders in exile and the representatives of over 6 million Tibetans, both within Tibet and in exile, we would like to bring to the attention of Your Excellency's government the most pressing issues faced by the Tibetan people under the Chinese Communist regime. The Tibetan people have been traumatized by the systematic violations of their most fundamental human rights and threat to their distinct culture and national identity since the People's Republic of China invaded Tibet in 1949. Over the last 7 decades, the situation in Tibet has been deteriorating to the extent that it is now facing imminent threat of the cultural genocide and Tibet's total annihilation of the Tibetan identity. Historically, Tibet was an independent nation having an identity, defined territory, distinct population, governments, and maintained diplomatic relations with its neighboring countries. Geographically, Tibet exists as a buffer state for more than 2,000 years between two Asian giants, India and China, until its illegal occupation of China in 1959. So now read out the 10 points, which is...
That's a very important question. So that has to be answered. For this purpose, we come to campaign here, door to door, to the ministers, the leaders of the Indian leaders and public and NGOs. Because if the claiming of China, the border, so-called border, is totally illegal. The releasing of recently they released a map saying that Arunachal and Ladakh and Sejin are their territory. That is totally illegal. It should be condemned by every person who loves the respect to the human rights, because there was no single inch of border between the India and China before 1959. And its so-called border is Tibetan India. So there's no right to the China to call that. So therefore, the Indian people, Indian leaders should politically stand up more against to the expansionist policy of China government, or particularly the Xi Jinping, who come to power and he tried to provoke strongly against the Indian and his